This is Matt at Heretical One again, and showing you some more. What I've learned is called ancient portable rock art by some people. It's called, could be called rock effigies, a number of things. But here you go, you gotta face this way. I wanted to show you guys some of the most convincing ones because I've learned a lot about this, and it definitely is very real. These things can be found all over the place, all over the world, really. I know Paleo Mountain Man in Vermont has found some there. I've seen some channels. If you look through the channels I'm subscribed to, you'll see some of the other ones, like this guy in Britain who's found these. I think there's people in Australia, and it's mostly new. The oldest video I saw on this stuff is about two years old, and yeah, I mean there's just tons of faces all over them. It's very dependent on the lighting and the angle or perspective at which you look at it. Let's see. I'm trying to find some of the most convincing ones. Well, this one is just interesting. As you see, it's like a whale. And they were able to strategically, like, carve out, like, just around that stone part there in the middle that makes like what looks like an eye, and they did it on both sides, and it looks like it was some type of pendant because you see how there's a hole in the middle there. Also, let me see, yeah, also if you look at it from certain angles, it'll sparkle, although I'm not really seeing it on the camera right now. There's a cat hair on my hands. As you see, there's my cat right there, one of them. It's Shadow, and that's his sister, Misty. Looking like two big fur balls. Anyway, they love the rocks. Let's try to get that in focus for you. Doesn't want to go in. There we go. Come on. What is going on with this thing? There it goes. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, see, that one's very interesting. Obviously, somebody wore it as a pendant. I've learned these the oldest rock art that can be found is was dated as being 3 million years old, and was found with like an ancient type of human. Here's a face, a very clear face, like of an old man that's commonly found. And some of these look Asian, like some of the people you can see a very clear Asian likeness. And I've looked at some ancient Chinese wood art and rock art, and I've noticed identical faces in them. So maybe these people were Chinese or Asian, of some ancient Asian people. I'm trying to find the one with their likeness. I don't see it here though. Well, yeah, I don't see it. Oh well, I'll just show you this one for now. Here you can see it's got like red hair. There you go. And many times the eyes will glisten, but you can clearly see it's got hair. Here. Sorry. So here's an eye. Here's some hair. As you can see, it's red on the hair and on the face. Now they did paint their faces. Were they trying to tell you they had reddish skin, or that they painted their hair, or faces and hair, or that they had red hair? I know there are some ancient elongated skulls found with red hair and light skin. There were some... Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Let's see what else I got here. I wish I could find that one with the Asian likeness. I think I did. Oh, well, this is the one. Yeah, here we go. This is it. So this is one of the first ones they showed, but it's just so cool. I mean, it's no disputing that this is an image, you know, like that isn't ancient Indian, ancient Native American bird symbol. I mean, you can see it actually, oops, let me try to zoom in a little there. It actually, sorry for getting dizzy. Here is the head. It's got the same triangle symbol that sometimes you see upside down. It's got a beak. It's actually got two heads, it looks like. If you look here, there's a second arrow. It actually continues over to this part. Oops. So hard to see. Right here where my index finger is. Continues on there. There's two heads. One's like a bit bigger than the other. So I hope that's showing up. And then if you turn it over, there's like a, you see that? It looks like it almost looks like an Asian type face. There's the nose. It looks like he's blowing smoke out almost. Here's the outline. Here's hair, you can see hair. So, yeah, I mean, they look, I've heard other people say they see what look like Asian people on the rocks, on some of them. And then actually, if you look even closer at it, you'll see there's like another very tiny image here of like another bird. Can this thing please focus? I mean, some of these get incredibly small. There's more depressions in it that make more figures. But this is their earliest form of, this is really important stuff. Like if you go over to a channel I found, Redneck Archeology, he tells you a lot of information about this. I mean, and this is basically, a lot of them are tools too. Here, like, there's a couple of ones. So, yeah, like this one, you can see where they held it. There's like a thumbprint here, and they're ergonomically designed. See, and then there's like a place for the index finger to hold it. So these were like man's first tools, probably. And then a lot of them had points. There we go. It seems like it was held something like that. See, there's like a point there. They could, you know, just do whatever work on animal bones and carcasses they needed to do with them. Clearly they were artistic. I mean, this one also has a face in it. Of course, they all do. I mean, and these are just lying everywhere. All around, everywhere, it seems like. Every rock I grab that has this on it multiple times. So there had to be tons of them. They had to be worldwide, or global. Here's another one here. If you look, once again, it's got a thumb area. And they must have been a worldwide people who were clearly very intelligent, are able to do things to the rocks we can't do today, and then are just completely forgotten about. But these represent when man became the apex predator of the world. So these are the oldest form of art you will find. And that, like I said, they're not just art. Many of them are tools. Like if you look at this one right here. So yes, it's a head. It's a couple heads. There's something there. But then there's also something on this side. But then here, if you look here, this fits the index finger perfectly. So I bet it was used, probably like that. You can see it's curved. And it was probably very sharp at one point. I mean, these are thousands of thousands, possibly millions of years old. So, but I've heard people with the sharp, the ones that are still sharp that they find like this, but I've heard people say they've been able to process a whole deer just with something like this. So these are incredibly important to our evolution on this earth, our true evolution. Here, this one's got a face in it. It's just a cool face you can see rather easy. And it's really sad that these people are not even known about, and their artifacts literally litter the ground all over the place. Here's I don't know what looks like some kind of goose or something this way. And it was a real clear image. I don't see it right now. I thought I saw a horse on here earlier. Yeah. I'm not seeing it right now. You just got to turn them. Here, these have something done to them. Like some kind of substance put on them. that's like almost like plastic, and I got 2 of them like that. Where's the other one? I don't know where the other one went, but I do got 2 like that. And maybe this will be the last one I show for now. This video is getting really long. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. First, you gotta find it. This one was hard to see. It had a bird. But it was really cool because you could only see it on an angle when you glared it. When the light hits the rock a certain way. And of course I'm not seeing it at all now. Give me 1 sec here. There it is. Okay. Now you should see a bird, if I can get this right. I see a bird. It's so hard to get the angle. You see the bird? So that's one bird. It's got a lot of birds on it. I mean, maybe they're trying to tell stories on here. There are Native Americans that say the rocks tell stories. Maybe they tell like whole movies. If you know how to read them correct. There's another bird head. See, and just the bird part glistens. So this is a missing chapter in our history that seems to say ancient man was much more capable than we thought and has been here for much longer than we thought. Oh, I guess I'll close with this one. The same one I showed you in the beginning. But I'll show you, like, not only has it got these big faces on it. Here, there you go. Like here, there's an eagle head. Yeah, let's see. It looks like an eagle head. Or some type of bird-like head, but yeah. There's a bird. Again. There's another bird. Once again, on this one is great because it shows it all. Here's a thumbprint. So you can clearly see. It's even got little fingerprints on it. Now, this may have been a left-handed tool. A lot of them seem to be left-handed as well, which is very interesting since most people are right-handed today, obviously. Look at that. You can see right there. It's literally got their thumbprint in it, and it's smooth. Well, yeah, it's like smoother here. So you could hold it like this and smash things. It was designed that way. I bet the animals helped orient what way they could hold it, or should hold it, and where to hold it at, and stuff like that, and what it was used for. I'm sure it had, other significance to them. And let's see. yeah, I mean, I guess I'll shut it down there because I could just go on and on about these things. There's so much to them. This one looks like a dragon head there, or a snake. But yeah, go out and find your own and tell people about this. And it appears like mainstream archaeology. Well, first of all, they are not a science. They're not a science. If they were, they would have noticed this. Instead of giving us theory after unproven theory without any evidence. That's actually not science. Just because someone's a doctor or has some degree and they come up with some theory and call themselves an archaeologist does not make it science. Scientific theories are based on all available evidence, not a cherry picked portion. So then you could say, oh, yeah, all of humanity out of Africa, and make all these documentaries and sell this as an idea and then put it in place as a dogma for society so nobody can challenge it, and then all further evidence is ignored disproving it. Real science is supposed to disprove itself constantly. It is supposed to constantly be indicting itself. So whenever you hear anybody say settled science, that is literally an oxymoron. And that person is ignorant. And they just don't know it, like most ignorant people, unfortunately. So don't be ignorant like that. Go out and find your own rocks. Don't be ignorant like archaeologists. And spread this stuff around, because it's ridiculous that this is littering the ground and it should be in museums and it's not. And who knows what more knowledge we can glean from this stuff. I mean, maybe we can actually put together the real history of our planet just by looking at these rocks. Who knows? See you next time.